You are listening to the IoT for All Media Network.
Let's look, 3-5 years down the road and high level self-service IoT. How realistic is it for us to be able to get to a point where any company can go to, be able to put an IoT solution together themselves quickly at affordable cost, from all the way from hardware to choosing the right connectivity, having it on the right platform, understanding the data to make sure they have it displayed in a user interface that their end users can use. That full scale thing. How realistic is it to get to a point where it's we do have more self-service IoT, and they're just building on top of a platform like yours across the industry as a whole? What do you think about that from a future standpoint?
I think we're still at a point where as I think I mentioned it before, where we're on a very heterogeneous market.
Okay.
So there's still a lot of different solutions, a lot of different connectivities, a lot of different architectural parts, but you already see that those things are kind of conglomerating together. Is that a word? I don't know. Like kind of they're starting to stick together and building up.
Sure.
And I see in 5 years it has to be. I don't know about the hardware part. I think that's probably
Sure.
also quite a difficult part, that you basically need to standardize hardwares. But we will certainly see that certain connectivities are going to continue and others not. There's always kind of a variant in there, but we definitely have to get to a point where the knowledge is already there as well.
Right.
So there's quite a lot of people, and you see that in other areas of digitalization, quite a lot of companies or people that don't have the knowledge yet of that market or of the possibilities that they have to standardize those things.
Yeah, I think there's education on both sides too, right? It's not just the platform companies and the IoT companies understanding the industries they're getting involved in, to build specific applications or tooling to help them succeed. But it's also the other side is just understanding how to do this, or how a company can do this themselves. And when you're getting to the hardware point, which is what you were mentioning, that's an interesting piece to this whole puzzle as well. And I think there's a couple different paths I've heard people are exploring taking. One is the more devices you can integrate within a platform, so it's kind of like an off-the-shelf kind of grab for a company to be able to use. But at the same time, there are such unique use cases out there, and I don't know if that's ever really going to completely go away, to where there is needs for customized hardware, and I think that will still serve a purpose. But the integration of that hardware into a platform, and the easier that can be, I think helps make everyone's life a lot easier.
Definitely. So what I see, or what I believe, or what I've also felt, first of all, in the last few years when we've worked on that thing, we've noticed that we need to do less evangelization. People know already what they talk about. And what I strongly feel, and I think this is why IoT is more an evolution than a revolution at the moment,
Sure.
is that people are aware of lock-in effects. So people are very aware of the potential implications of taking a decision in direction of an IoT platform or a solution, and of the lock-in effects those decisions have. So they think a lot of how they can use those components, and if they should do a lock-in with their product or not, and how they will maintain that whole process over the long term. So I think an IoT platform, or using different technologies in the architectural stack, allows them also to exchange components, for example. So you might be able to exchange your hardware, you might be able to exchange your IoT platform or your end application over the lifetime of your product.